The Millionaire Fastlane, it's an interesting book. It's a really good book. It's about, you would think it was about getting rich quick, but it's not. What it's about is developing a strategy and a system in a business that over time can make you a lot of money. So for example, rather than the slow lane is what the author says, MJ DeMarco, he talks about the slow lane, which is saving a few quid, a few bucks every month, putting it in an index fund and accumulating over decades. Whereas he talks about creating something that you can build and then you can sell, and then you can use that money, you can live off the money, you can invest it in things then. Now, my review of this book, it's an interesting book because the title's something that I wouldn't usually be drawn to because it sounds kind of snake oil, salesman kind of title. But I did decide to read it. A friend of mine said, Mike, it's pretty good. So I flicked through it and ended up reading the full thing. And it's a good book. There's parts I agree, there's parts I disagree. The parts I do agree is what he says when he talks about, developing something, creating, supply and demand and things like that, creating a business system, growing it, scaling it over. He talks about it kind of 3, 5, 7 years and then selling it for X amount of money. That's smart, that's prudent, it makes a lot of sense. People do it now, you see, with Amazon businesses, drop shipping and things like that, even content creation sites. The part I disagree is with MJ DeMarco is he has a real disdain for index funds. Now, I'm a big fan of index funds. I think getting the balance of the two things. Now, what he's saying is just saving a few hundred a month and doing it over 40, 50 years means you're going to have some money, but by the time you have it, you're going to be too old to enjoy it. You're going to, your walking stick and all that. Yeah, okay, that's partially true, but it's still better to do that than nothing, for example, and getting old and not having a pot to piss in, so to speak. But why not do both? So that would be my gripe with the book. I would say the fast lane thing, really good idea. Accumulate money in a relatively short period of time, hard work, outsource, delegate, things like that is what I would recommend. But plow it into these index funds, plow it into, mutual funds, real estate investment trusts, things like that. But just do it at a bigger scale. That's going to be very, very important. So anyway, that's my take from the book. Parts I agree with, parts I don't agree with. Overall, it's a pretty decent read. I would recommend it. Like I would always say to you, keep your eyes open. Don't just take the author's words as verbatim, as fact. Take the good parts and other parts that you maybe don't agree with, like the parts I've just mentioned. Maybe you agree with me on those. Use your own mind. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. Subscribe to the channel for more Brodie Insights. We talk about, business. We talk about life. We talk about book reviews and different things every now and then as well. See you on another one.